Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Imagine, when you're ready for your first day of college, you feel excited, but also nervous. And in your stomach, it feels almost like another heartbeat. But there's something that's holding you back from being too happy. No, I shouldn't be too happy. What if something bad happens? And then you start wondering yourself, who am I going to talk to? What if no one wants to talk to me? What if people think I'm weird? Will they accept me? And when you get to the college, you see there are hundreds of people passing by. They all seem to already know each other and look so close, except you. And at that moment, someone suddenly come over and start talking to you. And as this is happening, your mind starts racing, your heart begins pounding, sweat starts pouring out, and it feels very uncomfortable until it almost makes you want to run away. I can't face this. That's what you tell to yourself, but you just can't. After talking for a few minutes and the person finally leaves, you start to feel down. It felt like you're just being beaten by a child in an easy game. And this moment have often happened to you in every social situation. Or imagine, when every time you go out into a crowded place, you can feel your panic suddenly increase. When you are surrounded by many people, like on a bus, you start to feel dizzy, nauseous, and uneasy. And the way you can deal with all these uncomfortable feelings is to avoid all kind of public places, which only makes you feel even more alone and isolated. For you, or people who feel involved in this scenario, this is called anxiety disorder. The honorable judges of English speech contest, the teacher, brother and sister, and all of my friends watching this right now. Hi, my name is Putri Fauziah Bibi. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Banyuwangi Institute of Sciences. May I tell you, first of all, how pleased I am to have an opportunity to be here and deliver my speech to all of you. My speech entitled, Anxiety is Our Friends. Anxiety is a mental disorder that is still rare or even taboo for most people to talk about. In some cases, people who experience mental disorder usually choose to hide and choose not to reveal their condition. Can you feel how to live with special conditions and have to pretend to be okay from a lot of people? Just to be accepted in a social circle. How pathetic this reality is, right? Actually, anxiety is one of the most common mental disorders, much more than what people think. Currently, more than 284 million people live with anxiety. It's not a number to be proud of, but I appreciate the people who are still able to survive until now because they are warriors. And I want to give a fact that not so many people know if anxiety is more dangerous than depression. To show you the impact that anxiety has on someone, I will just mention that anxiety will make the sufferer feel fear, panic, and anxious, in situations that in most people usually don't react that way. It makes it harder to focus and to hold on to things, and it can lead to relationship breakdown, where in this situation, anxiety can also lead to suicidal thoughts or even suicide. After hearing this, anxiety might sound a little scary to some of you, but actually anxiety is our friend. How could this happen? Am I already out of my mind? Well, no, but actually in reality, everyone has a side where they feel anxious and nervous. Even legendary football player like Cristiano Ronaldo also felt anxious on his second debut at Manchester United. So how can anxiety become a friend? Anxiety, or also known as the fight or flight response, because it enables our ancestors to have the strength and speed to run away from or fight something with a big sharp pointed teeth to want to kill many of them. So in other words, anxiety was trying to keep us safe and alive. Therefore, anxiety tries to be a friend. And instead of running away in denial, what if we try and make it as friends? One therapy method that is applied to anxiety sufferers is cognitive behavioral. This method provides awareness of thoughts and feelings for people with anxiety. For example, I have a story about a boy who comes from a very well-off family, but he struggled with anxiety for more than 3 years. He's the youngest of two siblings, and when he applied to enter college, he prepared himself by studying hard to pass the SBMPTN. But sadly, he failed. Family expectation and the pressure he puts himself make him suffer from anxiety disorder. He sees himself as a failure, a loser, and useless. This makes him a very insecure person because he feels he can make his parents proud of him, like his brother, who was accepted at a state university. And this leads him to think of suicide. So in this case, cognitive behavioral give him the skills to start challenging those thoughts and feelings. And then he finally realized that whatever happens, as long as he always tries hard, then the bad thoughts that he thinks all this time are actually not true. Failing is a normal thing, and he is still worth it no matter what. So the conclusion is, the anxiety had been trying to be his friend. It'd been trying to protect him from social rejection. But actually, in reality, there was no social rejection to protect him from. And his family is still loving him no matter what happens. So the anxiety got the wrong signal. But not only anxiety. Sometimes our friend can make mistakes too. And he's seeking to forgive himself and his anxiety. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to tell that it's an easy journey to deal with anxiety because friendship is not always easy. It could take hard work, time, and perseverance. But now, I hope when you wake up at 2 in the early morning and feel free to face the day, you can overcome your anxious friends and calm yourself down to go back to sleep. Finally, I would like to dedicate this speech to our warriors who are struggling with anxiety. Have a nice day, and I hope you find a way to heal. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.